Rob Grimes with the IFBTA, and today I am thrilled to have our Meet Our Member video with Comcast Business and Mary Beth Pierce, who's the Executive Director of Enterprise Sales. And they are a global industry partner, and this is a session that is long overdue because you've actually been a partner for a while. So welcome, Mary Beth.
Thanks, Rob. It's good to be here. Read it. Long overdue.
So is there any other innovative things that you might want to share with us that Comcast Business is working on, some new ideas or some new solutions that you're bringing forward to the market that you can either give us some advance notice about right now or that you want to make sure that we're aware of as we think about Comcast Business?
No, I mean, we're always innovating, right? We like to say we're a technology and media company. And so we are always innovating. I think, we recently, I would say a big focus for us right now is global, right? And ensuring that we are built to scale and built to support the global requirements, because we are seeing that as the growth channel for a lot of the customers that we work with today. So I'm incredibly excited about that. From a products and services, computer vision, video analytics, I think you'll start to see more focus on that through partnerships and through some in-house development. How can we leverage the cameras to make business decisions? More to come on that, but that one's an exciting one.
Well, that would include security and surveillance as well. I mean, the cameras are there already taking the feeds, so why not learn from retail on that one, and take a look at how you place equipment or, a number of things, theft and that you're picking up.
Yeah.
Then so,
go ahead. No, I was going to say, I'd be curious your opinion. It's an interesting, look, I think AI will have a space for everything, right? AI for inventory management, for labor management. So we'll continue to look at that and make investments where it makes sense, or partnerships. But I would say, that's obviously a trend within the industry, within most industries. So
I think we're going to get past the point where we're actually talking about AI as a separate thing, because right now it's the hot thing that's out there for all kinds of reasons. But in reality, I think companies are going to depend on Comcast Business to deploy AI types of tools and analytics within the applications and the service you provide. They don't need to necessarily know that you are doing that or you have that, but the outcome is what's the most important. And there's going to come a point where we actually don't talk about AI because it's just the brains behind it, and it's the analytics. But as long as Comcast is on the forefront of bringing that forward and embedding it in the products and services you offer, then you're bringing that forward to the customer and they don't have to think about it.
It's very true. It's not a product, right? It's a feature of the services that we will provide for sure.
Yeah, well, it's certainly a big topic of discussion. So listen, you must have a lot on your plate, pun intended, as I think about this, because I remember once taking a look at one of the larger QSR chains, and they had, if I remember correctly, about 115 different applications being used in a single store. And I have no idea, when you're doing 12 of the top 15 out there, how do you keep track? And how do you, this may be a personal question for you, how do you actually walk in somewhere and are able to have that knowledgeable conversation with somebody about all of the different applications and ways they're using? And then, by the way, you might, if you're talking about the hotel industry, there's only certain things that the brand is going to go ahead and specify, but then they allow some creativity on the owners and the management companies to choose their own. And you have to deal with that. So how do you keep track of all this?
It's not just me, Rob. Look, Comcast, we have an incredible team of technical experts, solution architects, network design engineers, technical account managers. And what I love about Comcast is, we are powering possibilities with a human touch. And so we have dedicated teams that become deeply ingrained in these customers' networks, in their applications, in their technologies, and they become resident experts on all of that. And then we learn that, and we carry it forward to the next one so that we can make, best practices recommendations, learn what worked and what didn't work on the last deployment to tweak for the next one. And so I wish I could take credit for it all, Rob, but I don't necessarily have it all.
But you really
all
do
up
spend the
here,
time
but-
to learn the customer's business, because
Oh,
not
of
everybody
course.
it's not, one size fits all
No,
out there. Everybody's got their
no,
own culture and personality.
that's it, right? Everybody has their own culture. Everybody has their own needs that they're trying to solve for. And I think, in the restaurant space, it's really interesting because there's the franchisors and the franchisees, and everybody has different priorities. I think to your point earlier, some we find unexpected systems in franchisee sites all the time. And so what do we do with that, right? So we dig into it and we say, okay, what is this application? What's it used for? And how do we make it work on the new network and still make sure it's secure? Because at the end of the day, that's one of our biggest goals, is to ensure we're providing the security that's needed to protect them.
But I'm sure that your customers also are driving and giving you advice and counsel on which direction you need to head as well. It's a partnership.
It's an absolute partnership. Yeah. And we invest, right? So we have our executive customer advisory council. We also have our technical advisory council. And that is where we look to hear from, not only the CIOs, but the VPs and the directors within a lot of our customers, to say, what are your challenges? What are you looking for next? And we take that feedback and use that in building our roadmap, so that we are solving for the needs of our customers and not just what we think is needed.
Well, listen, this was a long overdue conversation that we've had, and we certainly appreciate the support. But I'm curious as to, since you're not new and you have been with the IFPTA now for a while, what is it about the value and the partnership and the membership, the industry global membership that you have with the IFPTA? Why is the IFPTA important to Comcast Business?
It's incredibly important. We are so proud to be part of the IFPTA organization, Rob. So I just want to thank you, because it's an incredible organization. I think from a learning perspective, that is one reason. We have over 37 certified food technology professionals within Comcast Business. And why we do that is anyone that engages on a day-to-day basis with any of our existing or potential future food services customers has to go through your CFTPA certification program. It's really important for us to speak the language, to understand what's happening in the restaurant beyond just the network. And so we've leveraged the IFPTA certification program for that. And then what the IFPTA is doing for the industry. You're constantly on the forefront of the trends and the challenges, and bringing operators and suppliers together to discuss and brainstorm on how to solve those challenges. And so we truly appreciate that partnership. And then, just an opportunity to serve the industry and serve the operators that participate in the IFPTA.
Well, we certainly appreciate both the support and the confidence, and also you were the first as a industry partner member to step up and actually have all your people certified, which we never really thought about, quite frankly, from the supplier side. But we think that's great. And actually, we think that having Comcast Business step up that way and putting it on your business cards, too, as I understand it.
Me too.
But actually doing that sends a message also to the industry that you've made an investment in taking people who may not have come from the industry, but to actually understand what the technologies are in the industry when you're working with your partnerships. So thank you very much for the support. This has been a real pleasure as the IFPTA to not do a new member video, but to do a member video of Comcast Business, our global industry partner member. And it's been a pleasure having Mary Beth Pierce, the Executive Director of Enterprise Sales, with us today. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Rob. Appreciate the time and the partnership as always.